Hi, today I want to talk about what do you do when you are feeling a low point in your life. I am currently in a low point in my life, just in terms of business, because business is plateauing. And I'm thinking about if you're in a similar situation, how do you deal with it? The first thing I will say is I hated it when people say to accept life. When I first graduated, I had a lot of immigration issues. I still do. And my best friends told me to accept life as it is, do not challenge it, and just go back to my parents' place and own the restaurant for the rest of my life. I did not accept it. Instead, I became a software engineer, working as a contractor as opposed to a W-2 employee. That was the best decision I made. However, the downside of that is there's a lot of internal turmoil associated with that. In retrospect, that 5 years of true hardship, I believe, paved the way for all the resilience that is to come. I did not have necessarily the worst life possible, objectively speaking, but I think I did have the biggest juxtaposition between what my potential is and what the reality was. I was blocked. I was deterred in every aspect when I first graduated. So what I usually hated people saying is just accept as it is, practice stoicism. I believe that didn't work for me. Now I'm in my late 30s. What has changed? What has changed is the ability to not accept life, but to be patient. I now believe that everyone's life has good parts and then bad parts. It's like a roller coaster. Instead of saying, I don't like my current life, I'm going to actively change it right now, that doesn't work. But what you can do is to say the next 1 or 2 years or even 5 years are hard to endure, but the good luck will come. So this year, I'm also running into immigration issues. And so I need to wait until 2028 for the luck to come back. And so from that perspective, it is not a good idea for me to change reality. What I can do is to not accept it, but just be patient. Patience doesn't mean that you don't do anything. Patience means that you do the most you can do without making drastic decisions. Patience means thinking harder about the pros and cons of your decisions. Because in your local minimum, you tend not to have the clearest mindset on what decisions you could make. The solutions can be divided into a 2x2 matrix. The first option is to don't accept reality and don't work hard. Now, that's the most unlikely quadrant. If you don't accept the difficulties of reality and you also don't work hard, you fall into this quadrant if you have a victim's mindset, which is, I feel like my life is going to be great and I'm going to wait for my life to come. And that's don't work hard, but you don't accept the current reality. So it's wishful thinking and combined with victim's mentality, which is you don't currently accept that today is a hard day and you don't work hard to change it. I will give that score a 3 out of 10. The option 2 is to not accept reality and work really hard. That, I believe, is 7 out of 10. And that's the mindset I used to take as a young person, which is I don't believe that is what my life should be. And I work really hard to change it. But every day I want reality to change. And so I did make a difference, but it was a very torturous time because I keep wanting it to change. And now I know that it takes a couple years for the reality to change. Option 3 is to accept reality and don't work hard. And that's the mindset that well-intentioned friends tell me, which is, it is not in your fate to do XYZ. Maybe you should accept your current circumstances with equanimity and stoicism and don't try to bend reality. And that's the part in which I think is well-intentioned because they're trying to make you feel better. And I started the video by saying that is the one thing which I hate people telling me, which is to accept reality, which almost implies that you don't have to work very hard. Because just accept the lower tier so that you don't work as hard. And that I will say, I never developed that. And if you are an entrepreneur listening, don't listen to that. Option 4 is to accept reality and work hard. And that is the mindset of being patient. You may not be able to change reality today, but you can definitely develop the skill sets to make you better. So when the good luck comes, you're gonna be even better. And that good luck is a combination of good luck, but only the preparation today can allow you to capitalize the most out of the good luck. So that's it. I am creating this video as a diary because I'm in a low local point in my life where we are working really hard, but we're not making progress. I'm frustrated and I'm falling under option 2, which is I work hard, but I keep wanting the reality to change. And the goal is to move into quadrant 4. Thank you so much for watching and have a great one. Bye-bye.